Welcome back to my channel. With the off season comes some trades, and we've seen a few trades over the last week or two. And so I thought that I would break down the trades. And today, actually, there was a big trade that I will get to probably last. And yeah. So first trade that kind of broke after the Stanley Cup Finals had concluded was Marchment going to Seattle and Dallas getting a 2025 fourth round pick and a 2026 third round pick. So I think that this was cap management for the Dallas Stars because they didn't really have that much cap space. There was no salary retention on the trade, which is probably why Dallas got the return that they did. So, yeah, Marchment, you're a Seattle Kraken, and the picks that are going back to Dallas will serve some sort of use in the future. Next, it is the trade that Nashville did with the New Jersey Devils. So Nashville receives Errol Habula, I think I'm pronouncing that name correctly, and New Jersey received a 2025 fourth round pick and Jeremy Hensel, who I recognized the name a little bit when I saw it happen, but I don't really know much about both of these players. And so, yeah, I see this more as kind of like a depth trade, and from what my knowledge was, both of these contracts that these guys were under weren't that big, but I could be wrong. And that leads me to probably the two bigger trades. Marchment was kind of a bigger trade because Marchment had kind of cemented himself in Dallas. And yeah, so I'm going to start with the Joe Veleno trade for our big trade stuff. And that was the Seattle receives Joe Veleno and Chicago receives Andre Barkovsky. I don't know European names that well, so bear with me. This was 1-for-1. So there's no picks involved, no conditions. Also, I don't think that there's any conditions on any of the picks that were traded in the trades that I'm talking about today. And so, yeah, I see this as kind of like a middle of the pack kind of trade, but from the trades that if you've caught on, Seattle has made 2 trades for 2 out of the 4 trades that I have mentioned. I see Seattle, trying to make a push next season to get back into the playoffs and to be competitive. They've got some good young guys like Tyson Jugnov, who just came off of a brilliant season in the WHL. And they have Shane Wright, who's a good young guy. And they got a new coach. And so Seattle is looking to be competitive next season, and some of their moves reflect that. Now, for the trade that had the internet going bananas this morning, Trevor Zegras, you are now a Philadelphia Flyer. Philadelphia receives Trevor Zegras. That's the only thing that they receive in this trade. And the Ducks receive Ryan Pilling, Columbus's 2025 second round pick, which is the 45th pick in this year's draft, and Philadelphia's 2026 fourth round pick. And so I see this as a change of scenery trade for Trevor Zegras. Throughout his whole career, he's dealt with injuries. He's never really had a healthy season in the NHL, and I think that the Ducks, in their way that they're going more like brute strength and like tall physical guys. And Zegras, he's like your average NHL player, like 6'1", 6'2". And so it's not the size, it's more so how he plays. Zegras plays a more flashy and more skill-based game, where with Philadelphia, or not Philadelphia, with Anaheim, they're going in a more physical direction, with some of their trades getting Jacob Trouba and Cutter Gauthier. And with this trade, Trevor Zegras is reunited with his longtime buddy Jamie Drysdale, who, funny enough, got traded to Philadelphia last season. I'm pretty sure it was. So whenever that Cutter Gauthier trade happened, that's when it happened. So I see Anaheim just getting out of that rebuilding phase and getting more into more competitive stage, and I don't think Trevor Zegras was a part of that plan to be competitive anymore. So whether you love or hate Trevor Zegras, I think that this is a good move for both sides. Philadelphia gets a talented player. Anaheim gets rid of a player that wasn't in their direction of where they want to go. So, yeah, that's some of the trades that have happened. It's going to be interesting to see what other trades happen upcoming. Robertson has been talked about of potentially getting traded. Rossi from Minnesota's talked about getting traded. And yeah, so with the NHL draft coming up, there's also talks about the Islanders potentially trading their first overall pick, which when you have the option between Matthew Schaefer and Porter Martone, that is a little, or not, and Michael Misa. I don't know what the Islanders would be looking to get besides a talented young player, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, that's gonna be today's video, nice and short, just going over a little bit of trades, and I bet that there will probably be more trades that come out, and when those trades do come out, I will talk about them. One thing I will mention though is that the draft, or the NHL draft, is next week, I'm pretty sure. So gotta keep our eye out on that. And tonight, if you like AHL hockey and you like hockey in general, the Abbotsford Canucks and Charlotte Checkers game starts at 7 o'clock Pacific time. And that game is in Charlotte, Game 6. The Canucks have another opportunity to close this series out. I don't know if I'm going to be at a watch party or not. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Click like, click subscribe, and tell me, what do you think about the Trevor Zegras trade? Do you think it's a good move, or do you think it's a bad move? Let me know. Bye.